Myths, rumours and speculation was a huge part of the fun playing video games as a kid, especially before the internet. Being told something by your older siblings just for their own amusement whilst you waste hours of your time trying something out, or being lied to by the cool kids on the field at school. Heck, even sometimes, gaming magazines would get involved with the troll fest by believing a rumour they themselves had not yet tested. This spiraled out of control when video game forums become a thing on the internet, with a load of gamers with an incredible imagination. I spent endless hours trying to push a van just to get Mew to show up in the original Pokemon games, and I would have also tried every way possible to unlock Sonic in Super Smash Bros. Melee. If I was told that you had to do a headstand and put your tongue on the end of the nose the whole way through adventure mode, I would have done it. Now let's get talking about one of my favourite games, Super Mario RPG, which you might be aware is getting a remake shortly. This was released in 1996 and it did not miss the steam train of rumours. And with the games being released so close between the Japanese and the North American versions, only being 3 months between each release, which was exceptionally small back in the 90s, especially for an RPG, it meant most of the rumours had not yet had time to be debunked by the Japanese community, who would have normally had the game by a good year before the rest of the world. Now, the rumour that we're going to talk about today is the rumour of the hidden 6th character, which if you played Super Mario RPG around release, you might have heard this one around the school playground. Now, the rumour that we're going to be talking about today is that the rumour of the 6th character being Yoshi. Now, to newer fans to Super Mario RPG, this might sound a bit absurd, but I must admit, I was partial to believing this at times. We have some hints that this could have been true back in the day, and why not? Yoshi was making stomps in the Mario world around the release of this game. Super Mario RPG definitely gave us an incredible lineup. Well, except the annoying wannabe tadpole, who was actually a cloud. The crazy band of misfits included Mallow the Crybaby, Geno the Greatest, Bowser the Bruiser, and Peach the Perfect. Even though this is a great lineup, as an RPG fan, you know we always want to gain another party member. And this is even better if it's an optional member that you don't necessarily need to get. Now, what member would be best to join Mario's team? Well, it's obvious, Yoshi. We'd already seen recently him become part of the dynamic duo to beat Baby Bowser in Super Mario World 2. Yoshi also already had a few of his own titled games, such as Yoshi's Safari, Yoshi's Cookie, and as a fan favourite, there would be no reason for Nintendo not to capitalise on introducing him to the roster. But Mithragon, this is just gamers with a wish and an imagination coming to a random conclusion. There is no real reason showing us that Yoshi, or even a 6th character, was ever gonna be unlockable in the game. But, my dear friends, there are 2 things that really set this idea in motion in our infant and even adult minds at the time. Now, before we get into the 2 main reasons of why this was even speculated in the first place, it is worth mentioning that in SMRPG there is a location called Yar Island, which is an optional area in the game, but the fact that this could have been used to set up an optional side quest, giving you a recruit at the end, made it even more exciting. There is an egg on the island that hatches into a baby Yoshi, which you could feed cookies to, which would then reward the player with items. So of course, in old-fashioned rumour mill, if you fed Yoshi enough cookies you would get him as a party member, right? Unfortunately not. Feeding the baby will still only relate in giving you items. However, I would recommend any of you that is going to play through this game before Super Mario RPG Remake comes out, if you've never fed the Yoshi, please do. It's a great opportunity and there's some cool items that you get in the meantime. Okay, let's have a look at the 2 main ideas that sparked off this rumour. First off, we're going to open up the party menu in the game once you've unlocked the 5 party members, about halfway through the game. As you can see, there looks like a perfect 6th slot in the bottom right, ready for a new character to come and join the team. They all seem to be paired up in 2s, and it instantly gets your brain thinking that there's one more to complete the fit and fully kit out your squad. I mean, Who else is going to look after Mallow whilst the cool kids get things done? Yoshi could have definitely been your little buddy. Now yes, it makes sense the way they laid out the 5 characters given the space that they have. But if you knew you was going to have 5 party members, they could have just done another layout that accommodated the 5. Okay, I admit, we're clutching at straws a little bit with this one. But now I draw for the ultimate evidence. Box art. Now, as a gamer before the digital days, box art was our very first look at a game, whether it was looking at the picture or walking past the storefront and seeing the game's display box in the window and just gazing at it for a good 10 minutes. So, box art is always a bit different between the North American version of the game and the Japanese version of the game. However, Squaresoft released a game the year before, Chrono Trigger, and Super Mario RPG seems to follow suit with the way it laid out its box arts. In the North American version, they show 3 members of the party on the front, and then in the Japanese version, they are pretty much showing the whole cast. Now looking at the Super Mario RPG's clean and near perfect box art, we can see all the members of the team are here. Bowser, Peach, Mario, Geno, Yoshi and Mallow. But wait a second, what is the green dinosaur doing here? Yoshi is sitting within the team on the box art, and if you look at the image, he is not even pushed into the background in any way like the supporting character he became in the final version of the game. He is very noticeable as the second tallest member to stand amongst the team, and he is also wedged between members. He's not exactly pushed to the side. It is a very odd way to feature a supporting character on the box, especially as in terms of support, we are also talking a very small amount in the game. It would make even more sense then to stick on Mayor Toad or even Frog Fuchsius to stand there. They helped us more than Yoshi did. Even though Yoshi was not on the North American box, there was the SNES control deck which had a SMRPG variant released in America. This box had 2 characters on the front which happened to be Mario and Yoshi in their SMRPG design, poking more at the fact that he could have had a bigger role in the game, other than the small support character that he was, and players could have even missed out on him if they didn't look through the game thoroughly enough. I do believe this was definitely a conversation once and Nintendo originally thought about it, but then maybe they just could not implement a way to have Yoshi fighting in turn-based combat. Or it could have just been marketing and they could have just been doing this trying to boost sales, knowing Yoshi is a popular character and it would encourage people to buy. We will never know, but it definitely did not stop some of us wishing it was true over 2 decades ago. Who knows, maybe with Super Mario RPG remake on its way, we could see Yoshi join the team as the 6th member. We already seen some changes to the game, so it's not completely out of the question. Some people have previously voiced their opinion on wanting a 6th character, with popular choices being Croc or Johnny, which we often see in RPGs with the villain turning good once they come to their senses. If we did see a 6th character join the team in the remake, who would you like? Leave a comment below and I'll get back to you on my thoughts with that. Also, whilst you're down there, please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. If you like Nintendo content, there will be a lot more coming soon. Have a good day everyone. Goodbye.